What's up, folks? Happy Sunday. Sunday after church, have some free time, and I'm going to be working on this Proxima Midnight. I'm going to wait until some of you get up in here. Let me check to see how this video quality is. You never know with the internet. Let's see. It's kind of blurry. Ah, there we go. That looks pretty good. Okay. What's up, folks? There's 5 of you up in here. I'm going to be customizing this head. Now, I got this from Tofu Jesse's shop on eBay. It's G.I. Joe eBay, and it's the Proxima Midnight. It's more of a cartoon accurate mold. And I wanted to take an opportunity. I was thinking about how to best use this ponytail because it does come in 2 parts, as you see here. And it has a little nub that you can just glue in there, and that would just be the limitation. What I'm trying to do here is, if I wanted to pose the hair this way, get it out of the way so I can look up, because this figure does have neck articulation pretty good. And I'm thinking about, I'm going to try to add magnets, and I thought I'm going to try to figure this out on camera. I've added magnets before. I have an idea how this is going to go, but that way you guys can see me trying to add the magnet to this figure. Let me see who's up in here. Night of Ren, what's crack-a-lackin'? We are Venom, Dow Her. We do what we must because we can, and that's who we have up in here. There's a few people that haven't made any comments. But that's what I'm doing. I'm eventually going to do a repaint on her. I'm not sure if I'm going to add sculpt or not. I want to look back at the... I have to look at the comics, but let's get going. So what you will need is some magnets. And these are, I believe, 6mm by 2mm. I can double check later. I got them off of Amazon. And I'm going to be using these 2 right here. I'm going to be using a little Drill Master bit that I got from Harbor Freight. It was about a $10 special. And the reason I'm going to be using that is because it's the exact, almost the exact same size. And that's what I'm going to use to drill up in here. And maybe a little bit here as well. What else you need for this project? Always, always, always wear eye protection when you're working with drills. You don't want to get one of these shards in your eyeball. And I'll answer questions as we go along. Again, this is just like a little modification to this head sculpt. If you're interested, go check out G.I. Joe eBay. This goes for about 17 bucks shipped. It's larger, so I think that's what commands a higher price, and it's a unique head sculpt that Tofu Jesse Quintero on Facebook made. Pretty cool looking. What do you guys think of this head sculpt? Night of Ren says he hasn't seen any Infinity War figures in the store. Me neither. What's up, AS Reyes? Danny Sellis, what's up? Yeah, I'll put it, Danny, I'll put the link in the description when I'm done. I'll put it on this video, but you can just go check out G.I. Joe eBay. It's, the words are separated by an underscore. AS Reyes, he wants me to sell him my cable. All right, we can talk about it. Judson, Oscar, what's going on? It is a little pricey, We Are Venom, but you have to understand this is a completely new head sculpt. You can't get it anywhere else. And typically head sculpts go for about 12 bucks. This is coming in 2 parts. So I think it's priced fairly for what it is. I also bought a Thanos head sculpt from him. So let's get going on this. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take off this little nub. And I should just be able to cut it. Yeah, it's gonna come right off. Oh, oh, no blood. Always cut away from you. That could have been bad, guys. That could have been bad. I was trying to keep it on camera. All right. So what I want is for this magnet, I don't want it to sit off like this, although I guess it'd be fine, but I would prefer it to go in, but I think this drill bit is gonna be a little bit too large for this. Let me see. Man, it's warm over here. There's some people across the country. I'm in California. There's some people across the country buried in snow right now. So I think what I'm gonna wanna do, I wonder if I have a smaller bit to dig in here. Yeah, this one's smaller. So I'm gonna try to use this guy instead at first. And let me put that on here so I don't lose those little magnets. Master Bat, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for joining up. That's what she says. IE Hunter, what's crack-a-lackin', player? I was on IE Hunter's channel the other day discussing some of these figures. We talked about the Marvel Select Thanos. Oh, there we go. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to dig in here so I can set that magnet. Unfortunately, what I'm doing is not getting it done. Let me try something else. Let me dig in first. For those of you that haven't tried customizing, a lot of it is just figuring it out. I know there, you know, especially for people that don't do it for, you know, I don't sell my customs. I've actually only sold one custom. And I just don't have the volume with like some of these guys have, and volume equals experience. So a lot of it is just trying to figure out how to go about it. I've only worked with magnets twice before. I put a magnet in, I actually didn't do that when I customized Yoda, but I ended up doing it as a result of the head continually popping off. So I ended up adding the magnet to the head, and it worked. And then the other one is one of the cables that I'm working on right now on his hand, because I was going to make an effect for him because he's got that virus. Trying to make sure I don't go through all the way. So this is a slow speed drill, and I find it useful because the other drill that I have has just got one speed and it is very powerful. And I like to use the slow speed drill when when I don't have to go deep so quick. Sure, there's another "that's what she said" on up in there. So let me just test this out real quick. Now the magnets are stuck to the... You guys may see me get cut today. Let's see. So for me to set it in there, I'm gonna have to go farther down on the hair, it looks like, but I may be able to do it. See if I can get this guy up in here yet. Not yet. What's up, Matt? I'm glad that you like these. What's up, Ian? What's up, Plastic? The master word. Come on, player. I'm a rookie. IE Hunter, you're gonna have to buy your own, bro. I sold a dark side. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead, give me a follow there. I'm going to be posting some of my older customs on there in this upcoming week. And I'm going to show some of the work in progress pics so you guys can see how I got to some of these customs. And what you'll notice is that I was 1 year into some of these. That I recently posted a work in progress for Apocalypse. I had only been customizing for a year, and by customizing mean I had done maybe like 2 customs at the time. So length of time from the first custom, that's what I mean by I've been customizing for a year. So very limited in experience, and I just went for it. And that's what you guys need to do. And hopefully, some of the guys that do these videos and show how do they obtain the custom, how the process goes. You watch some of them, and you have the benefit of someone like me. I'm not a pro by any means, but I have a little bit of an idea what I'm doing, so you can learn from me. There's guys like Pounds 978 who films his process as well. Kairos 1, he films his process. Craig Warwick, who is a master customizer, he films his process. Go and just start watching the videos, and you get to learn a lot. Okay, so now I think we're getting closer, and I don't know if I'm going to need to switch bits or not. So that one can almost fit, and so my goal is to set that magnet in the hair, and it's almost thick enough. I think it should be thick enough to set, just one of these little magnets in here. And on the other side, on the head, I'm gonna have to set the other magnet here, and that's how that's gonna work. So I just have to find the right depth. Let me see if you guys have any questions that I can answer real quick before I continue drilling. Yeah, Life with Matt, that's right. That's where I'm at my workbench, aka the kitchen table. Master Bat, have you ever, he asked, have you ever thought of doing a custom of Batman Beyond? I've looked, I'm not that into the character. That's the only reason, because that one would be a fairly easy one to do. You just have to figure out how to do first you'd have to get a head sculpt, but you can use an existing head sculpt and then the emblem. What I'm gonna do as far as Batman goes, I will be doing, or I have it planned anyway, I have a Red Hood and a Nightwing. And as you can see right here, here's the the one I'm going to use for Red Hood. And where's my, and this guy's primed and ready to go. I just have to work on the body, but that's going to be Nightwing right there. And that's a DC Collectibles. I can't remember, but that's a head cast. Almost. I like this drill because, you know, I can hold it. I feel like I have a lot of control. And I find that holding it like I would hold a pencil works really well. So I'm going to try to go as deep as I can without it going all the way through. So you can see, I'm going to have to go to the right here. Dig out to the right. Let me see. We Are Venom asked, what about a Venom figure or any Spider-Man figures? Now, I'm kind of afraid to do a Spider-Man figure just because of the lines. But I want to do, as far as like a rogues gallery for Spider-Man, I am going to be doing a Sandman and a Mysterio. I'm going to be upgrading the Mysterio and upgrading the Sandman. And pretty much I'm going to be using Action Figure Toronto. There's another guy, Master Customizer. He puts his stuff out in on his website, and he uses pictures. I think some of these guys, you know, that are really talented may not be as comfortable going live or on video, and they prefer to do just pictures, and he's phenomenal. So I want to do those two that I mentioned. And actually, someone's offered to paint the Sandman for me. I don't know if he wants me to reveal who it is yet. Hopefully I'll be collabing with him in the future. I've dropped his name a bunch of times, but I don't know if he wants me to say that he's going to be painting it. I have to ask him. Maybe plan some video collab together. So those are the two that I'm planning on doing. There's a lot of customs planned. I don't have much time anymore now that I'm back at work. When I was home, that's why I was able to pump out so much stuff. So you see, I'm just slowly but surely I'm putting I'm making a hole deep enough to go in here. And I know it's not very exciting stuff, but that's the idea of working through these magnets. You can tell it's not very difficult stuff. Okay, so I am almost there. I think I saw another question. Nightwalker, this is slow speed, and it's not very strong. I think the appropriate word would be torque, maybe. So this is the first drill I ever used, and it would take me forever until I got, you know, one of my wife's uncles gave me an old Dremel because I wasn't going to go spend $70. Broconomics, you know what I'm saying? Got to get stuff for free. And that thing made my life so much easier. But in something like this where I really can't afford, or I guess if I went through, I can just resculpt that. But I don't want to. So I'm just using this slow speed Dremel in hopes that I can get the job done. It's going to take me longer. I also like doing these because it gives people an idea how long a custom takes, even something as, there we go, not quite how I want it set, but it's almost there. Oh, snaps. So now I should be able to, there we go. So that's the size that I want to be in. So now I can use this guy. Yeah, they do take a long time, and I think this is a service at least to the guys that charge for their customs, because you can see that even something as simple as adding a little magnet takes some time. All right, look at that. So that is set exactly how I want it to go, because now I want it's gonna be on the head like this. So you can't, the scope won't be broken up at all. So now I just have to drill in here, and obviously this, maybe it may be the same thickness, so it may work perfect. But before I do that, I got to think of if I want to set it in hot glue, or if I just want to glue it. I may just want to glue it. Let me see. All right, let's just glue it. Of course, when I go to glue it, it doesn't go in like I want it to. Okay. Not very exciting stuff, right, guys? I really don't want it to go all the way through. So I got to be very careful on this. So if I get real quiet, it's just because I'm concentrating. Yeah, I've never really priced out a custom, so I really don't know what the going rates are. I don't know what they charge hourly. And it's definitely going to be it in my mind anyway, it should be how involved your custom is, or that you're asking. Because the paint job takes forever too. And the skill level of the customizer, how well established they are. Someone like Craig Work doesn't sell his custom, so he's not a good example to use. But let's say Loose Collector, somebody who's been doing it for quite some time and has proven themselves to be at the top of the food chain. That guy commands high prices for his customs. I've seen some of his customs sell for $800 on eBay. I would never pay that, but do I think they're worth that? Yeah, I think so, based on his skill level and the involvement of some of the customs he's shown. I got paper stuck all over myself. Look at that. So that's how I feel about that. We Are Venom. I think that guy he's literally, he may be the top customizer. Like if you go, there's a website that's called the World's Greatest Customizers. You guys should check it out if you're interested. They have pretty strict rules. You have to vote on the contests. That's all you have to do if you're a fan. Just vote on the contests. And he's winning. He wins quite often, and it's because he is very good at what he does. I don't know what he does for a living. I can't imagine with the amount of figures that he puts out. Dave Cardenas is his name. I think he may be in the Philippines. There's a lot of Filipino customizers that are very, very good. I think that might be what he does. I can't imagine with what he is able to put out that he has a full-time job, because, man. Okay, I feel like this is working out pretty good. So I want this to be flat on her head. So I got quite a bit to go. Roberto Rojas, he says he normally charges $225 with a standalone base. Christopher Ryan says Glenn Webb was his favorite. Yeah, he was a lot of people's favorite. I miss him, his channel, and new content coming from him. Yeah, Robert, Roberto, if you have any suggestions for me as you see me doing this, please put it. If you see something that I could be doing, I mean, this is pretty simple stuff, but please feel free to critique. I'm always wanting to learn. And if you put stuff in the comments that could benefit people that view my channel, fantastic. Okay, so I should be able to move on to the flat one now, and that should help me from digging in too much. So this type of drill right here, drill bit, it's to cut into the figure. This one's more of a sanding. I'm just using it right now because I like the flat edge, and it doesn't. The grit is much thinner it's a higher grit than this right here. That's why I'm switching. Faded Unicorn says, would you ever do a full custom of a WWE Elite figure? I actually did. Well, a full custom. I know you're asking for that, but I did a partial custom for a buddy. I did if you go back and look at one of the collector spotlights that I did with Jesse from OBM, I made him a figure that kind of looked like him. It was just a head swap, to be honest. But the other one that I'm wanting to do, I picked up an Andre the Giant so I could do a Fezzik. So if that counts in your book, I will be eventually doing a Fezzik from the Princess Bride. I just need to go to the depth of the magnet and I'll be able to stop. So I'm already 30 minutes into this, and of course I'm filming, so I could probably go a little bit quicker than I'm going now because I'm talking and doing this at the same time. But you can see I'm just adding a magnet and it's taking me almost 30 minutes. All right, so that magnet's almost, I can almost force it to get in there. So I may just keep this drill bit and give it a little bit of, like a little turn to widen the circle a little bit, and I should be able to fit this magnet. I just don't want to push down on it right now because I feel like that's the depth. See the white? I think that's about the depth of the magnet. And I don't need to go wider than that or deeper than that. There we go. Almost. After I'm done doing this, I'm going to prime those figures, but that's going to be off of camera. My dogs want to kill something outside right now. By the way, guys, if you haven't heard, I am doing a giveaway. I'm giving away an X-Men, a special edition X-Men 1. It's a Jim Lee penciled comic book. Just go back and take a look at the review where I reviewed the Thanos Select. Leave a comment. You can read the rules in the description and get yourself into that contest. I will be revealing the winner during my next collector spotlight. So I can pretty much have that flushed right there. Let me see how it would, and that's how it would look. Okay. So now I'd be able to, let me see if it holds up the hair. It doesn't quite hold it up. Oh shoot, I pulled the magnet out. I think that once I glue it in, because I think what's happening, it's turning in there right now. So I think we're good to go, guys. Let me just go a little bit deeper. There we go. Thank you, sir. Hey, Sean, I got to talk to him. I had previously talked to him. I think he was good with it. I haven't talked to him since. And I got to send him an email. I got to figure out some dates that I'm available on a Saturday. and then I'll get them up in there. See, now it's not gonna go flush. Come on, girl. So it looks like I'm gonna have to work on this because it was flush before. And then when I put the glue in there, let me use this magnet to help me. Oh, see, that's good because I put it in wrong, so it's repelling. Doesn't want to stay. Good thing I didn't glue it down. Be careful here, I don't cut myself. Okay, so this side needs to be down. Yeah, so Faded Unicorn says, that's the reason I asked because of the No Way Jose head. Oh, okay, gotcha. Believe Glenn was a fan and Craig Warwick made a shredder. It's probably a shredder, right? With an elite CM Punk. Yeah, I saw that. Okay, so that's how it goes. All right, I'm going to give it a go, guys. Just a little dab. All right. Maybe if I keep it right here and use this. Gosh darn it. I better get that out quick. And of course, now it's not going flat. Okay, now it is. Whew. Concho Chico. Oh gosh, guys. It's repelling. No, good. It worked well. There we go. So now that it's set, your dogs can hear that. You got good speakers. Check that out. Now the hair is going to be out of the way when I need it to be. But one of the things I need to do is do the hot glue trick in here. All right, so that's how you add magnets, fellas. That's pretty much it. It's not rocket science. I am going to be painting over that, but see, it works, man. It won't stay up at the highest peak, but it will stay like that if I wanted to, for the most part. All right, so there it is. I am done adding a magnet at 40 minutes. I used, what glue was I using? I'm using a Gorilla Super Glue. This is the first time I've been using this type of glue. I've typically used the standard one. And that's it. Let me see if I have any questions that I didn't answer. No, it doesn't look like it. Another thing that I'm doing here, guys, I'm trying to give it a go at casting this head using epoxy and and this blue stuff, and that's what it's called. It's called blue stuff. I think if you really wanted to do casting well done, you have to go and use the liquid stuff, because I've been able to, I was able to cast these, and they came out pretty good. This side didn't come out too hot, but this is a fixed in here. So if you wanted to have it be separate pieces, like I tried to do a cast of the gun, and if I think if with experience I could get better at doing it, but this came out pretty good. This did not come out very good because it came out flat. But these pieces, they're not removable, but I can put them on a cable. It's not like I'm going to be using these guns on them anyway. And I've been giving my whirl a go. So I'm trying to cast these heads. I just set them in there right before I started filming. It's got like a 4-hour cure time, so in a few hours I'll take a look to see how they came out. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of sanding involved in this process. And yeah, that's all I got. Let me see if you got anything for me. If not, I'll be signing off. What was the brand you used to cast? Well, this stuff to make the mold, it's called blue stuff, and that's the name of it. I literally just put, you boil the water, I put it on the cup, and I let this sit for about 3 minutes, and then it becomes very malleable, and then that's when you sink in the head. I have a video that I was showing how to use it, and I think I'll eventually be able to put it out. I just haven't had much time to edit videos, and that's why I haven't been putting out edited videos on my channel recently. And then for the actual, this is what I use as a tube compound. If you've never used that, you use, this is just an extra piece that I had. But you equal parts of this and this, and then you rub it together and it starts hardening like cement. So this is, that's what it sounds like. It's not super heavy, but it's got some weight to it. And that's how I made this cast. Let me see, we do what we must ask. I know this is out of the original. Have you ever tried making a custom Phantasm or Firefly figure? No, I haven't. I think I've only made a total of 15 customs. And, I think my first custom that I did was a Black Panther, or maybe it was a Wolverine that I did. Hold on, let me turn around so I can actually talk to you guys. It was a Black Panther, Wolverine, and I did that at the end of 2015, and that's the first time I gave customizing a go. So I don't have a lot of experience. I just get after it, and it takes me a while to figure things out. So I'm sure maybe somebody that's worked with magnets before could have done this in maybe half the time. Maybe they would have known exactly how much to drill in. But I'm really happy with the result here. Got to do a little bit of sanding so this sits flush, but outside of that, that's the way to go. All right, guys, I'm gonna go and I'll leave the description or the link to where you can get this head sculpt. Share it with your friends if you think they're into customizing and could benefit from this. Also, don't forget to join the giveaway on the Marvel Select Thanos. All right, fellas, catch you on the next one. Peace out.